Hey, Mike here. Got a quick market update, and I want to talk about a game plan for January. As you know, the Dow went up over 300 points today. The S&P 500 up 36 points. These are big moves, but I want to point out to you something important about them. 90% of the volume on the New York Stock Exchange was a buy order today. And same thing on the NASDAQ. That doesn't happen very often, but it happened Monday, and it just happened today. Well, that's a big technical event. Some famous dude, I can't remember his name, but like 20 years ago, he called those double barrel days. And what it suggests is that the market is going to go higher. And think about yourself right now. Fiscal cliff. Those are two words that you're not thinking about. Your brain, as you watch this video, you don't even care about those two words anymore. It's gone. But those two words were everywhere up until now. And why are they gone? Why are they forgotten? Because of today's action in the stock market. Investors are no longer worried about that. Anyone you really shouldn't have been worried about to start with. What was inevitable happened. But those worries are gone. And now people are thinking, how high is the market going to go? Am I going to miss out? I've got to buy in to prevent it. And let's look at the market averages real quick. This is the S&P 500, and it's inches now away from its September high. Let's look at the Dow. The Dow is like 200 points away. NASDAQ is off of it, so it's got a ways to go. Stocks like Apple are still way off the high. And the key is, I want to show you the stuff I own, because I had a stock go up 7% today, and I think I got another one that's about to make a similar move. But as you know, I show you what I actually own. Go to Open Portfolio at the top, and you can download the spreadsheet and see what's right here. These are my positions. All of them were up today except one, which was down 50 cents, but all the rest of them were up. Some of them up 3%, right? 2%, almost 4%, and 7.69%. And let me show you them real quick and what's happened. This is the Russia ETF RSX. It appears to be breaking out of its consolidation resistance today. VIP, this is gold, which was up today. GDXJ, which I bought Monday, which gapped up today. This is the Greece stock market. Now here I want to point out to you markets like Greece. This is Belgium. This is Austria. They broke their highs already. What we're seeing today, this is Portugal, this is Italy, and this is historic, what I'm showing you right here in this chart. Yeah, the stock market, the U.S. market was up. That's nice. And I think the U.S. stock market's going to go up to its highs this month. But there's a danger it'll peak out afterwards in February or March or something. And we'll talk about that once we approach that, how to manage that. But today, something much more important has happened than simply the stock market went up. And this is what I really want to tell you about. It's something more important than, yeah, my 19 out of 20 positions today went up and I made money. Something much more important today happened that you've got to know about and no one's talking about. And that is that Italy broke out into a new bull market today. You see this resistance, the September high, which it went up to this past week and paused at. Today it broke above that level. And the same thing happened in Spain today. Spain went above that level too. This is a key resistance point. It's the 200-day upper 200-day Bollinger Band. It's the high since September. And these markets made bear market bottoms in July, rallied up, consolidated, and broke out of that consolidation resistance today. They're starting new bull markets today. When new bull markets start, they normally go up practically nonstop for 6 to 8 months and generate returns greater than 25%. That's what's about to happen in these markets. And the same thing happened in Ireland. Okay, that's IRL. This is Siemens. It broke out in December. And here's the stock I own that went up 7%. This is the Bank of Ireland. It broke through that upper 200-day Bollinger Band, rallied 7.69%, and it's in the Irish stock market that also broke out in a similar pattern today. This is a stock that's in a position to go up to $8, $9, or $10 over the next couple months, while the S&P 500 can go up by 5%. This thing can go up enormously. And that's what you got to know about. Ireland, Italy, and Spain are in a position today to go up huge. This is EIRL, another fund that invests in Ireland. This is a bank in Russia. Look how much it was up today, almost 4%. This is a Russian nickel company, Lukoil. And here's what I want to tell you about. This is one of the largest banks in Italy. ISNPY is the stock symbol. It's in a position to break out, just like RRE did today. It can do that sometime over the next week or tomorrow or sometime in this month. It's in a position to break out and go up 5, 7, 10%. And why? Not simply because it's got a good chart pattern, but because it's in a market that's in a similar position. The Italian stock market, the Spanish stock market have broken out. And that's the historic event. And market moves like that don't happen that often. And when they do happen, almost no one notices it until things go up later on. Once something goes up 20, 30%, whatever, a market goes up that much, then people get excited, then people get bullish. But when bear markets end, people are scared. And then as they begin, people don't believe it. And that's what you're seeing. People ignoring what's going on in Europe. All they focused on in the United States on television is fiscal cliff, fiscal cliff, fiscal cliff. That's over. That was a great distraction for people. And today, they're talking about how the Dow went up 300 points. And that's nice. It's nice to see gains happen, but something much more important happened. These historic brand new bull markets are starting in Italy and Spain, and that's what I want to tell you about today. And if you're interested in getting into markets like this, investing like this outside of the United States where big opportunities are there, and I think those big opportunities will also come in commodities this year too. But if that's what you're interested in and you want to find out more about this and look outside the box, then join the Power Investor Service. Below, there's a link to it. I'm sending this out about 5 p.m. My time, Eastern Standard Time. And at the rate that it's going, I expect this to be completely filled, the spots I get available in the next couple hours, and I'll be pulling down the offer. So if you're interested, it's cheap, $47 a month. That's cheap for what you get. Look how much money I made today, $4,200. $47 for a month doesn't amount to anything when you can make $1,000 a month or whatever in these markets. If you only have anyway, you know what I'm saying. The opportunities this year are incredible. And last year, here's the thing: the Dow's up today. I think it's going to go up for the next month. But I think the overall upside for 2013 in the Dow is like 5% or something. I'm not excited about the United States stock market because it's gone up for 3 years. And normally in a bull market, the big gains are at the beginning. And then after that, it's more sideways, slow, and the big gains are in these new bull markets. Look, in 2009, the S&P 500 went up 70% in the space of like 8 or 9 months. Since then, it's gone up about 25% in 3 years. And I don't think it's going to go up much more, in 2013. You see, after the big gains at the start of a bull market, it takes more time to generate gains and the momentum slows down. That's where we're at in the United States, but that's not where we're at in these new bull markets. That's why I've got a stock, IRE, the Bank of Ireland, that's up 7% today, and that's why Apple went up 3%. And stocks like Walmart went up 1.5%. Either the returns are in markets starting bull markets. And anyway, click below, find out, see if you want to join it. And I'll keep talking to you one way or the other, whatever you do, as this year goes on. But boy, I'll tell you, this is an exciting start to 2013, and it's just the beginning. And I want you to really be a part of this in a big way. I want you to make this your year for the stock market. I want you to tell yourself, I'm going to dedicate myself to making real money in 2013. I'm going to do what it takes to learn. I'm going to do what it takes to be invested in the right places because the opportunities are there, but just take advantage of them. And do it. Do it. And I'll talk to you later.